wrong. They tried to tell me to follow Islam. They said their prophet was a righteous dude, but I found out none of their words were true. I read the Quran and I read the Hadith, and the sickness of Muhammad was apparent to me. He justified perversion in the name of Allah when he married a girl too young for a boy. She was playing with dolls when the prophet came. Her childhood was stolen in Allah's name. Aisha was 9 when he took her to bed. Don't tell me that fool's not sick in the head. Ain't gonna follow no child molester, sex offender, prophet pretender. Ain't gonna follow no child molester.
Islam's not for me. Islam's not for me.
The sickness of the Islamic mind
has caused some mullahs to be blind.
To justify their prophet, they will justify sin. So the sins of the prophet are repeated again.
All over the world in Islamic states, 9-year-old girls suffer cruel fate.
Sold into marriage to twisted men, and Aisha's sad story is repeated again. Ain't gonna follow no child molester, sex offender, prophet pretender. Ain't gonna follow no child molester.
Islam's not for me. Islam's not for me. Do you care about women all over the world?
Do you care about those little girls?
Then stand up and fight for human rights. Speak out against the laws of Islam.
Ain't gonna follow no child molester, sex offender, prophet pretender. Ain't gonna follow no child molester.
Islam's not for me. Islam's not for me.
Islam's
Not for me.
Hello, my darlings. Hello, hello, hello. How are we? How you doing? What are we doing? How are we doing? It's been a few days. It's been, I think, since Sunday. But if you want to get more of your luscious Banksy, go to Centrist Supremacy, which is a new channel. Me and Pavlovian Response, Pavlov of the Pavlovian Response have started. I forgot to include the link in the underpants section below, but I will include the link in the live chat here and eventually in the underpants section below. But yes, if you want more of your Banksy boy, go over there and you will get it. You will get a whole mouthful of Banksy. Yeah, you'll get all the juiciness of Banksy without any additives or preservatives. So yes, centrist. Oh man, what the hell am I writing here? Centrist Supremacy. See, damn it, am I getting it right? I don't know. Yeah, I think I am. We've uploaded a few images. Okay, I actually I wanted to sort of start this stream off with a rather shocking image of what transpired last Sunday at Speaker's Corner. But before that, I will quickly shill Centrist Supremacy so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So yes, go there, ladies and gentlemen. Go shill away. I am shilling. It's a new channel. We've done our first podcast, and the Pavlov has already uploaded a bunch of videos. There will be a lot more regular videos over there because we are going to set up a proper schedule. It won't be this random shit that I do most of the time. So having shilled away at Centrist Supremacy, let us come to the topic of the hour, or the first topic of tonight. The first topic is our dear friend Hatun Tash, that was brutally attacked by nothing less than basically an animal. But then again, don't we kind of half expect that in this day and age from the religion of the peacefulness, the peace of the religion, the religious peace, PC religion, religious PC. Yeah, you know what I mean. The religion in question. the peace of religion, the religion of pieces, as Hatun actually mentioned. She said, you should have a much better vocabulary than me, since you're a better English speaker, and you keep saying religion of peace when you mean religion of pieces. So yeah. There's usually, after a terrorist suicide bomber, there's a piece of him over here, there's a piece of him over there, and there's a piece of everyone else everywhere. So the religion of peace strikes again with its great peacefulness. Tells us all how if you deny we're the religion of peace, we will kill you. We will kill you. That's how usually peace is expressed. It's expressed by a shaking fist and a violent hand striking you across the face. Because that's how I express my peacefulness. Every time I want to be peaceful, I feel like I need to clench my fist and punch someone in the face. Just to let them know how peaceful I fucking am. I'm fucking peaceful. I'm a pacifist. And if you don't believe me, if you disagree, I'll kill you. I will punch you. So yes, very, very peaceful. Now I want us to go over that video one more time. I know it's horrific, and most people don't really want to see it, and I don't even want to see it. But I think it's only fair for any new initiated, and eventually this video may see some kind of longevity. So if there is a time and a place where someone does view this stream at some point in the future and doesn't realize the context, it's only best to give the context of what happened at Speaker's Corner. Now, a little bit more context for those who are been living in a cave or whatever. Hatun Tash is a devout Christian lady who comes to Speaker's Corner, part of what she calls the DCCI Ministries, Defend Christ, Critique Islam, is their YouTube channel. By the way, go like and subscribe, which I'm sure I'm preaching to the choir here anyway. But yeah, so she comes to Speaker's Corner and she critiques Islam, sometimes seriously, sometimes mockingly. But that's the whole point of freedom of speech, freedom of expression, and Speaker's Corner is you can express yourself, whether you're doing it as a piss take or whether you're doing it as a serious critique. I go to Speaker's Corner and I call people Thots, who are loudmouth, chavs. So we can all do that. We can all express ourselves, at least on a certain level, as long as we don't touch each other, we don't put hand on each other, we don't respond in violence. This is a place of words, not a place of physical violence. And so, with that said, I would like us to first play the first video with Hatun and what actually happened.
Why are you so upset?
Maybe your dad looks like that, I don't know, be honest.
If my father is Muhammad, have respect to the God.
Does your dad look like that? Please! Oh my
Obviously, at this point, the perpetrator tried to run away because, he was being held by Christians to be taken to the police. Eventually, you see, the perpetrator hit Hatun here. Then he ran down there. He ran round the corner. And then the police fucking showed up. Where? Here. The police. This is the first sign of a police officer. So, unfortunately, this is the problem with Speaker's Corner. If you think the police are going to save you and rescue you, or protect you, they really don't. They really don't. They're as useful as a paper condom in that place. So, unfortunately, that is an element of what those who critique Islam have to literally consider. Now, I have my criticism of Hatun, but they're not what you might think they are. But I will get into that in a second. Now, the funny thing is, listen to what Muslims do now, and then I will explain what Muslims are claiming. The other Muslims are telling them, Ali Dawa especially, because he knows the PR aspect of this. He quickly tells all the Muslims to shut up, stop saying Allahu Akbar. There you go. Immediately he shuts down the Allahu Akbars. But of course, the Muslims are screaming Allahu Akbar. But what they are now the lie that they're trying to spin is that the man who hit Hatun was actually a Christian. They are trying to pretend this man was a Christian. Well, if he was a Christian, then why are you screaming Allahu Akbar? He didn't do it for Allah. Did he? Why are you fuckers claiming the what do you call it? Claiming victory here. If it wasn't for you, if it was a Christian man, then it wasn't for Allah. It was done for Yahweh, Jehovah. But of course, this man was a Muslim. Clearly, he was a Muslim. And the Muslims quickly try to, pretend as if he has nothing to do with them. Immediately, the disavowing and the conspiracy theories. There has been conspiracy theories up the wazoo with this one. People have literally said she has paid, they've alluded, should I say, that she has paid this man to come and hit her in the face and blame Muslims and Islam for it. That's how weak and pathetic the Muslims are when it comes to their apologetics. At least just take it on the chin. Just take this one take the L on this one. Just take it. Just say, look, these fucking Muslims keep coming to the park, these idiot Neanderthals, freshies off the boat, and they keep screwing up all our propaganda. We try all day long to try to pretend that Islam is peaceful and lovely and all great and all that shit, to try to sell dawah to these idiot kafirs, and then you idiot freshy Muslims come off the boat and show them exactly what Islam is like in the Middle East. In Muslim majority countries. Because in a Muslim majority country, Hatun would be buried up to her chest and stoned to death. There is not even a remote doubt in my mind that's what would happen to Hatun. If Hatun ever sets foot in a Muslim country, she would be buried to her chest and stoned to death. And big up Miss Banksy, big up Rodney K, big up Balraj, Merchian, Krusty, everyone in the text. I'm sorry if there's Ned, everyone. Big up everyone. Good to see you all in the chat. So this is what happened on Sunday with Hatun. Now, in response to this, Tommy Robinson, which thou that shall not be named, Voldemort of the news, made a response video as such. Whoops. Best not to mute him.
Who's been watching Hatun at Speaker's Corner? This is she must be smaller than me, yeah? She has been single-handedly on the forefront of the battle for free speech in the UK, and I'll say one of the most, putting her life on the line. She's been violently attacked multiple times. I've just watched a video which disgusted me, yeah? This was from this Sunday at Speaker's Corner. Watch this.
No! Why are you so upset?
Maybe your dad looks like that, I don't know. Does your dad look like
Off as much as does that piss you off as much as it pissed me off? Because I've been getting angry about this for weeks and weeks and weeks, watching the persecution this lady's facing, the intimidation she's facing, but I've also been getting a mass feeling of admiration for her. She turns back up. Yeah? She knows they want to kill her, and in fact, people worry about my life, I'm worried about hers. And I think that this Sunday, I'm going because I want to show her how much I admire her, how much love she deserves. So rather than all being surrounded by the hate she faces every single Sunday, it would be a great idea. I'm going to be purchasing some flowers, some chocolates. I want to go and surround this lady with love this Sunday. I'd love to see as many of you there as possible. It'd be great. I haven't seen people for a while, but Hatun, we appreciate the work you're doing, and we understand, and I understand the position you're in. So I'll see you Sunday. Details will be coming. Well, details when I'm getting there. I'm not organising no demonstrations, no £10,000 fines, lads, all right? To the Met Police Force, okay? I'm just going to Speaker's Corner because I want to show this lady some love.
Okay, at this point, I would like to acknowledge this is my footage. Tommy Robinson, TR News. This is my footage. No credit given. A big, giant TR News fucking badge on my footage. Just want to put it out there. This was my footage. I got no credit for this. I'm not saying that I'm bitter or upset or in any way slighted, but it's my fucking footage.
According to Christian scholars,
Yasser Qadi said that it's holes in the Quranic narrative. Yasser Qadi said that there's holes.
Look at this slack jaw fucking Neanderthal. Look at his mouth. Look at him when he went
Qadi said that it's holes in the Quranic narrative.
JC talks to him. Look at
Yasser Qadi.
Mongo no like picture. Mongo grab picture. This fucking Yeti who's just climbed off the fucking mountains of Kabul, and he's in fucking London. He's amongst the civilized people. Who shaved this fucker down and taught him to speak? That's all I want to know.
What is this? Yasser Qadi said that there's holes in the Quranic narrative. Yasser Qadi said that there's holes in the Quranic narrative.
What is she saying, bro? That's she saying this is the most Quran. What's that? Why do you
I repeat, TRNU, my fucking footage. And by the way, this is when Muslims say, she's never attacked, she's never been touched. The Muslims have been so tolerant of Hatun all this time. They've never touched. This was the one of 3 or 4 times she's been attacked, multiple times. I don't even know 3 or 4. This was at least I've got 2 videos in this one little clip of her being attacked in the last month. TR News. That's the Banksy style footage right there, TR News. That's right, TR News. You stick your fucking logo on all the footage, but that's not your footage, that's my footage. No credit given, TR News. Just saying. Just putting it out there. By the way, I will, on the other hand, give credit because I'm viewing this footage from I Hate It Here. I Hate It Here. Go like and subscribe. Simon is of I Hate It Here, a great individual who makes some fucking awesome videos. You guys got to check out. If you don't know I Hate It Here, I don't know what you're doing with your life, because this channel puts out some serious hardcore freaking material, some great stuff. And I will credit you. I Hate It Here. And also Truth About Islam is he did a short clipping of the Hatun attack, so I'm using that. I mean, I could have done these myself, of course, but they've done it, and I'm giving them credit. Truth About Islam, I Hate It Here. Yes, these are the channels that I will credit appropriately, that the footage that I'm using. Mr. Tommy Robinson, TR News. Take note, credit given. Okay. Less about me being slighted about the fact that I didn't get the credit for this fucking awesome viral video. Hundreds of thousands of people seen that footage. Not a single one knows it was mine. Anyway, moving on swiftly. France has got some balls, because France is now, again, from I Hate It Here, he's posted this brilliant footage. They've posted the Charlie Hebdo footage. Man like H, you're the man. I love you, man. Man like H. But yeah, this is Charlie Hebdo. This is France projecting the Charlie Hebdo covers on government buildings to show Islam they don't dictate what happens in France. This is we should be doing this in England. Why are we? I want this Charlie Hebdo cover to be on the face of Big Ben. That's what I want, because I want this country to have the kind of balls France has at the moment. But I mean, I know Macron is doing it in order to get re-elected, but at least he's showing some fucking testicular fortitude. And by the way, I just want to note, there is a Catholic priest or the Pope, a Jewish man, as well as a Muslim in all of these. These are, or most of these. These are not just Islam. So this is the bullshit narrative that these idiots, Muslims and other non-Muslims who want to protect Islam for some reason, run. Is that, Charlie Hebdo just offended the Muslims. No, there's Christians, Jews, and Muslims on this. They're an equal opportunity offenders. again, you can see Quran, Bible, Torah, all three of them. And that's obviously the picture of the French teacher who got beheaded by some fucking animal. Okay, in the next video, I would actually...
Yes, you don't know.
Actually, this is... I just before we move on, I just want to say this is a fucking obese, disgusting individual known as Khan. He is a rotund sack of shit. That's all I can think of. A giant block of lard whose heart... he's a heart attack waiting to happen. He's basically one sandwich away from fucking a coronary for becoming an NHS fucking burden. But yeah, this is what he said on one of the hangouts.
As a Turkish man, I would like to apologise to all the Akis out there. If anyone was going to slap Hatun, should have been me.
Bro, you couldn't slap Hatun, bro. I know what you're talking about.
The only thing you slap is a Big Mac. Okay, you slap it with your chops. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe a shish kebab.
Why should it have been you, Khan?
Well, you know, you're supposed to take care of your own people, innit? Like, she needed a slap. I hope the geezer that slapped her turns out to be Turkish, because his accent was sort of Turkish, sort of. He was like, I'm a Christian. That's a Turkish person.
Yeah. There you go. These are the piece of shits that are running around actually complaining about why they didn't. Look, Khan, you wouldn't be able to waddle your fat ass over to Speaker's Corner and be able to chase down Hatun. That's the problem. If you actually got out of that fucking mother's basement that you call a fucking a living dwellings, you wouldn't be able to waddle your way down fucking Speaker's Corner. You do realize that you can't park your car in Speaker's Corner, right, Khan? You have to park it outside and then walk. You know that thing that you probably never do? That thing that requires the use of your fucking legs? Yeah, you have to actually walk into Speaker's Corner from outside. So yeah, just have, you know, let your mind wrap around that for a minute. You will have to park the car or that invalid carriage that you're probably fucking being chauffeured around in outside the park and then waddle your ass into the park, which by that point you may actually be so out of breath that you wouldn't be able to actually lift your hand to slap Hatun. That's the irony of this whole situation. You wouldn't actually have the fucking cardiovascular ability to slap her by the time you get to her. But anyway, fuck that guy. And here's Modine. Earlier on in the day, Modine is a famous wife beater at Speaker's Corner, alleged wife beater. Although I have several confessions from, I have two confessions from two of his mutter wives that he did beat them. They are actually available on BitChute. Go to my BitChute account, and also Muslima Khadija. I will be posting them on there regularly. Modine is a famous womanizer and wife and woman beater, effectively. So this isn't really a surprise coming from a man who already beats women up. To be able, then he initiates the first, if you like, physical contact with Hatun in the earlier on that day before the slapping. Or the.
Police are going to shut this down today.
I hope a girl comes down, yeah? I hope a woman comes down and shows you what time is. A woman, yeah, a woman, I pray to God that a woman comes down to you, yeah, and shows you what scum you are. A woman, not a man, a woman. Yeah? A woman, I pray to God, send that woman to teach her a lesson.
Oh, you were online for this week, weren't you?
I pray to God that a woman teaches this girl a lesson. I pray to God, and then you're going to understand. I hope you get the first worst torture. I pray to God you get the worst torture. I pray to God you get the worst torture.
Why then I
pray to God you get the worst torture.
No one's interested in the groups of six, mate. Big one.
I just wait for that day. I went that day when you get sent to hell. I pray to God, oh my God.
That made the hole, you dirty little hole.
Suck your filthy mum, man. Listen, I pray to God. Send the woman.
Where's the respect, man?
That is a strong woman to teach her that fucking real Islam. I pray for that day to happen.
Yeah. No respect.
My religion says, does your religion teach you to come around here and cuss the Holy Prophet? Are you crazy? You know why? A guy couldn't do this. What's this?
This is what religion does, guys.
What do you mean? Don't like it, go home. Don't like it, go home. Don't like it, go home.
I share that man's sentiments. Muslims, if you don't like it, go home. And I'm not even just talking about Speaker's Corner at this point. I think Britain is not good for you. I think Islam does not fit in Europe at all. And I think Europe is going to become, as I've been saying it for years, exceedingly hostile to Islam and Muslims. I'm sorry, but you guys are fucking around way too much. There's only so many of these beheadings and stabbings and punches that the Europeans are going to take from you guys. You still don't seem to get it. You're the minority here, you idiots. Unfortunately, I will be carted off along with you if the Europeans lose their collective shit. Could you all please piss off back to Karachi or wherever the fuck it is that you fucking crawled out of? Syria and Islamabad and wherever the fuck it is, Mogadishu. Just go. If you can't live a European lifestyle, you don't belong in Europe. That's my thing. You come to Europe, you have to live with the Europeans like the Europeans. If you don't want to live with and like the Europeans, Europe isn't for you. You don't have to come to Europe. Europe isn't meant to be for everyone. And it certainly isn't going to be compatible with Islam. Because we're going to keep having these drawings. We're going to keep pissing on your Quran. We're going to drill holes in your Quran. We're going to make origami pigs out of your Quranic text. Shit is really going to get peak here. And you guys are going to feel really bad and uncomfortable. And for your sake, not for me, I want you to be happy. Help me help you. That was a line from Jerry Maguire. Help me help you get the fuck out. Okay, I think we've labored the point. Now this is something, and a video someone sent me in regards to sort of, to highlight this. This is a video from 2016.
To kneel at the altar and then brutally at the elderly priest, forming a Catholic church, forcing an elderly priest to kneel at the altar and then brutally murdering him. Police rushing to the scene.
There you go. This was in 2016, where the priest was slaughtered by the religion of peace and the peaceful ones. Now, this is the problem with Macron. At the moment, Macron is being all big and bad. Macron steps up, fight against radical Islam and his critics. So yeah, I mean, and there's oh, here we go. Hold on. Actually, I should have I skipped. Here you go. Erdogan anger towards Emmanuel Macron grows in Muslim world. Boycotts France. Protests take place in several countries against French president in aftermath of crackdown. By the way, this is for cartoons and critique of Islam by the French. The Muslims are boycotting the whole, France. Not a single word from these Muslims about the slaughtering and the forced conversions of the Muslims in China. Note the complete silence of literal killing and forcing Muslims to become Chinese, become non-religious, to force them to eat pork. None of those. No. Silence. Muslims are like a mouse when it comes to China. They're like a church mouse when it comes to China. But France, we will burn your flag and boycott you. I want Muslims. I don't want you to just boycott France. I want you to boycott Europe. Stop coming to Europe. Please stop coming here. Boycott Europe completely with your body and your purchases. Trust me. I think you guys should take this boycott to such a level in which you will never catch a boat and come to European shores again. You will never come and ask for benefits in a European country again, especially Britain. So your boycott should go throughout the whole of Europe and never ask for a single dime in benefits. I wonder if these Muslims in France who are boycotting French goods, the Algerians who live in France, are they not accepting their social security checks or their benefits checks? Are they not going into hospitals and not accepting the free health care that the French system provides? I bet they're not boycotting that shit. I can promise you they're not boycotting those free shit. Oh, fucking hell. I wonder if these Turks are boycotting the German health system. Please, Turkey, could you tell your Turkish Muslim followers to boycott the French and the German benefit system? That's what we want the boycott on. We want you guys to boycott all the free services that European countries give you. Please boycott Europe. Muslims, I want actually hashtag Muslims boycott Europe. Shall we go with that? Can that take off? Hashtag Muslims boycott Europe. Don't come here. Don't shop here. Don't do anything to do with Europe. That would be amazing. Can't see that happening though. I think all those refugee boats are going to keep on flowing, even with the boycott. But anyway, this was a picture Charlie Hebdo actually published with Erdogan flipping open a hijabi girls and showing her. This is the YouTube safe version, because I think if I showed the actual version, it's probably this stream is probably going to go down or some shit. I don't know, but this is the YouTube safe edition of that stream, of that image. So I'm going to leave it at that for now. I'll be honest, I'm not even sure at this point what kind of shit I can and can't show on YouTube anymore. If I show things from YouTube on YouTube, I get my shit pushed in, basically. So I don't know at this point what I can and can't show, but at the moment we're rocking and rolling with these YouTube safe images. Okay, and really that's it. I mean, yeah, the final thing I wanted to show was actually a little clip. Actually, I want to show this lady, but I'm not sure if I'm going to get copyright strike for that. I might get copyright strike for this as well. I'm not sure. This is the problem. The person who sent me the links, you know who you are. Thank you so much. But unfortunately, I can't show all the links because I think some of them I'm going to get, striked by YouTube. YouTube is funny about that shit.
Mesdames, Messieurs, chers compatriotes. Vendredi, un professeur d'un collège de France a été...
This is the person Macron fears more than Muslims. Believe it or not, this is who Macron really fears. He doesn't really give a shit about the Muslims. This is the one who's gonna fucking take his power and position away from him. And so that's the reason why he's going hard on Muslims at the moment. It's not because of Muslims. It's not because he somehow had this, change of heart about pointing out the atrocities that Islam commits around the world. No, it's because Marine Le Pen is breathing down his fucking neck and she's fingering him in the rectum. That's why he's scared shitless and he's making all these maneuvers. As soon as he gets over this election, he'll go back to cucking for Islam again, I promise you.
Été assassiné de manière atroce, ajoutant son nom et son visage à la longue et éprouvante liste des suppliciés et martyrs français de
A long
l'islamisme.
and harrowing list of French victims and martyrs of Islamism.
Cette idéologie criminelle
That criminal ideology that is now killing on a regular basis in our country. How long are the French going to take this shit? I don't know.
qui tue des
By the way, the British are also being murdered on a semi-regular basis too. It's not like they've completely stopped. It's just this is a hiatus that we're on at the moment when it comes to Britain and Islam's killings. Hatun has already felt the hard hand of Islam on her face. So, you know, it's not like it's over. It's not like it's done. The Muslims are not just fucking, you know, giving up in England and their murderous ways. No, it's just that at the moment they are taking, I guess, a bit of a hiatus.
désormais de manière régulière dans notre pays. Cet épouvantable
This was not just a horrible tragedy for his family, to whom I send my affectionate compassion.
tragédie pour une famille à laquelle je veux témoigner mon affectueuse compassion, l'est aussi pour tout un
It was also a tragedy for an entire body of state employees, teachers,
corps de serviteurs de l'État, les enseignants, directement visés
who were directly targeted by this abject assassination.
par cet abject assassinat.
Did you hear that she kind of says all this in English but with a French accent? I mean, it's literally abject assassination I read, and then she went
Directement visés par cet abject assassinat.
I sometimes think French is just English with like a really, really heavy accent. I don't know. I'm thinking these fuckers are just putting it on. They all can speak English. They're just making this fucking weird noises in order to fuck with the English. Could this be that the language of French is in fact English, but they are just doing it to piss off the English? Is that how deep the hatred goes?
Avec eux, c'est la République française tout entière qui a été attaquée dans ce qu'elle a de plus sacré.
Along with them, it was the entire French Republic that was attacked in the most sacred of places, the school.
L'école. Le lieu de la promotion
L'école, I believe that's school.
sociale,
The place of social development, of learning, of reflection, and the place of culture and teaching, culture and of teaching.
et de l'apprentissage de la réflexion, le lieu de la culture et de la transmission. L'école, asile inviolable et sacré que le
The school, the invaluable and sacred sanctuary that former Minister of Education Jean Zay
ministre républicain Jean Zay voulait à juste
wanted to protect, quite rightly, from the quarrels of men.
titre soustraire de la querelle des hommes. Plus largement, c'est la nation
On a broader level, it was the entire French nation that was attacked. That's right.
française tout entière qui a été frappée. En enseignant la valeur de la liberté d'expression dans toute sa
By teaching the values of freedom of expression in all its complexity, but with a tact that honors him.
complexité, mais avec un tact qui l'honore. Samuel Paty était fidèle à la vocation de l'école de la République, celle qui éveille les consciences, enseigne la nuance.
Teaches nuance and leads the children to an elevation of the spirit.
Et conduit les enfants à une
Anyway, I'm not going to labor this. This is like a 15-minute long video. But generally, she makes a really epic speech. I shall post the link in the chat for those who wish to continue listening to it longer. I'll try and get most of these links in the underpants section below. Right here, baby. Right here. Okay, so at this point, although I want to play this video, she's lovely. Okay, I'm going to post this link. I don't know if I can play it because I think I'm going to get copyright for this. I might just try to do a different stream. I don't want this stream to go down basically because of YouTube and their bollocks ways. But I do want this to be shown. There you go. Turkey's Erdogan urges French goods boycott amid Islam now. Yes, Erdogan, please call all your crazy jihadi Turkish Muslims back to Turkey as well. Could you please get them to boycott the whole of Europe? Just get them all back to Turkey, dude. Get them all back to Turkey. Just back to Turkey. How is it, Erdogan, you slimy piece of shit, that when you were holding the Syrian refugees as a bargaining chip with Europe in order to get the Europeans to give you more fucking money? When was your fucking embargo then? When was your boycott of these filthy kuffars then? When you were holding the fucking Syrian refugees as a blackmail bargaining chip to get European Union to give you fucking more cash. You didn't mind your Muslim brothers rushing into Europe then, right? Oh, there's no boycott of benefit claimers. No, there's no boycott of not claiming benefit from Europe. Just a boycott of French goods. Like you fuckers sit around eating fucking frogois and was escargot and French wine. Is there a big market in the Muslim world for French wine, frogois and fucking snails? I don't somehow think there is. I think the French will be fine. They may not sell a couple of Citroens to fucking Islamabad. maybe you guys will switch from Citroens to Toyotas, but you seem to all be in Toyota pickups anyway. I've never seen a single jihadi jump at the back of a Citroen 2CV or a Citroen C5 with a fucking 50 caliber fucking weapon. They always seem to be on the back of a Mitsubishi Shogun or a Toyota or a fucking Nissan. So you guys are not buying these, the Citroens to go on your jihads anyway. So who cares? Oh, fudge me. Okay, boys and girls, I'm gonna throw out the link for the stream. I'm not entirely sure if the link is in the underpants section of the chat, but nevertheless, I'm gonna stick it in here. I don't think it is actually. I suspect it isn't. I don't know. I haven't checked recently, but there's the link. I literally have 45 minutes for a conversation with anyone who wants it. So if you want a conversation, I have about 45 minutes to accommodate you, and then I have to go because I actually have other much more important shit to do. So big up Manny Cinder in the chat. Manny's in the chat saying things. I don't know. What are you saying? What? Erdogan, Turkey, Khair, Khar, Kos, Khair, Khar, Kos. Oh, Khaili, Khar, Kos. I think Daniel is writing something in Farsi, maybe. I'm not sure. I'm sorry, guys. Hey, big up Manny. Manny in the house. Manny Cinder in his house. So, Manny Cinder, what do you think about all these bum pussies? Huh, Mr. Cinder? Do you have some thoughts that you wish to express about the bun pussies? I have a very short amount of time before I have to fucking go back to work. I have other shit to do. People. Are you coming, people? Is anyone coming? If no one's coming, I'll be honest, I'm pretty much, I blew my load at this point. What am I, like 45 minutes in? I'm not entirely sure what where my timing is here. Yeah, I'm about 49 minutes in, to be honest with you. I think actually this is a pretty good time to really end most streams. It's way too much. I have spoken about the bulk of the topics. Of course, for anyone who's interested, Sunday Tommy Robinson will be at Speaker's Corner. It will be, as the roadman would say, it shall be peak. It will be peak, family. So for those of you who are interested, do show up, do turn up, and check it out. Check it out, boy. Anyone in the chat? You fucks. Nobody wants to talk? Nobody wants to talk. Can you believe this shit? Okay then, fuck it. I'm out of here. I really literally have nothing. And Ned, and you do fuck all. Ned, and you do fuck all. Okay, based. Do you want to jump on? Anybody want to jump on? Anyone? Anybody? Are you going? Well, Miss Banksy, nobody wants to fucking come on. I blew my load. I'm sorry. It was a quickie today. It was a very short and sharp quickie. In out. Couple of pumps, and I'm done. Cigarette, maybe a cuddle afterwards. Because at the moment nobody's coming on the show. I don't see anyone talking, and I'm thinking, fuck it. Oh ho ho! We have a player, ladies and gentlemen. Someone bit the bait. Hello, Mr. Welshman. You're on. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Mr. Welsh, Basie.
How you doing, mate?
All right, my man. How's it going, dude? Okay, let me switch. Let me switch this.
Fucking something here. I don't know what I've done here. Default mic, speaker.
At the moment, I have a weird issue with my with StreamYard and my whole setup. I don't know what's happened to it. It's gone a bit doolally recently. Wait a minute. I guess see viewers come. Where is it? Okay, that's done. I don't know. There's some weird fuckery that's gone on with my StreamYard. So I have to check that out later. So, what's up, Welshie? What do you want to say? How would you wish to express... Wow, shit, he's gone already. He has gone already. Welshie's out. Out for the count. Now taken out. I don't understand. Why is this thing fucking around? I have to probably restart the whole thing and see what's going on. But I have issues. And I don't even have tissues for my issues. Okay, boys and girls. I don't know where Welshie is. He's back. Big up Welsh. You alright, Welshie? What happened, dude?
Yeah. You sound like a desperate person nowadays.
I am. I'm thirsty as fuck. I'm ready to pour as much alcohol down your throat as you like. As long as it makes you malleable to my suggestions.
So it was a lovely peaceful attack in Lyon.
Another peaceful hug and kiss in Lyon. I noticed today as well. It was a peaceful demonstration of peace by the religion of peace, being all peaceful. I just want to make sure I say peace enough times. Spam. Okay, we have a guy called Spam. I'm gonna have to keep my trigger finger happy here. Okay, Spam, you get a shot. If you fuck around, you're gone.
Just hide him. It's the same guy that Ned didn't have the balls to get rid of.
No, it's Ned. It's Ned.
What's up, Ned? Big up, Ned.
Listen, I reckon that they're going to cancel. I bet that they cancel it on Sunday. I bet they do.
You think so?
I bet the police close Speaker's Corner. And if you look at the COVID sort of, they reckon that London's might be going into lockdown. I don't know whether it will or not, but they reckon that the R numbers sort of climbing up exponentially. I bet that they use that as an excuse, because this thing is just escalating and escalating and escalating. And the last time Tommy Robinson went there, it was like an earthquake. I really reckon
it was
that,
very
peak. I filmed it, Ned. I had 30,000 views in 24 hours on Periscope.
Damn.
How many people do you reckon were there? Do you reckon like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000?
Well, the last time, 2018, was it March the 6th, 2018 it was.
Okay.
I know that because it was just I started my Periscope that day, basically. Yeah, it was about 3,000 there last time. It was flat out, mate. There was a lot of people there. It was crammed.
It shocked him. I understand that he didn't realise that so many people would turn up. I don't know whether I get those kind of numbers now, but he was really surprised at how successful that was.
Well, I remember it because I caught him on the gates. You know where they got the jihadi barriers now in Hyde Park, that gate there.
Yeah.
They are jihadi barriers, aren't they? They're like
diversity barriers.
The diversity barriers.
Yeah. To go into a park, you got diversity barriers.
Yes, the diversity.
It's not even like a main high street. Just a car.
This is the thing is this is very telling. An absolute 100% without any apology cockhold of a lefty like Ned. Even he is now beginning to take the piss. He is even beginning to take the piss out of the shit show that is London has become with diversity barriers. And I mean, dude, this is not the London. This is not the England that I like to live in.
It's okay. They got LGBT colours, or now the NHS have taken that. They're rainbow colours of the NHS. That's what you got to remember. Support the NHS.
Yeah, that's what it is. Come on, guys. We all know what this great green and pleasant land used to look like. We all lived a reasonable amount of time to know how England was, how Britain was. I didn't used to fucking go into central London and have all these goddamn barriers everywhere, the terrorist van barriers. Come on. You know this isn't right.
I think they call them urban furniture.
Urban furniture, is that what?
Because what it is, right? You'll have like a flower pot the size of a house or a car, right?
A weight of a small sun.
Yeah, full of soil, right? But it's in like a big terracotta car-sized pot, and that is a jihadi barrier. You don't look at it like a jihadi barrier, but it's designed.
I look at it as a jihadi barrier.
Yeah, but it's designed and built to be a jihadi barrier. They've disguised it very well into a bit of,
have they? Have they
really? Obviously, the ones that look like, the Dalek or something, the yellow sort of. Have you seen that? Like you said, it's like the strongest. You could, it's like a yellow tent frame, but it's like the size of a house. The bars are huge. It's like a. But yeah, I don't know what that's for. Do they put metal detectors in there? I never knew what they were for.
I don't know, man. I don't know. But I mean, if you go down by Parliament Square and towards Buckingham Palace, that road at the beginning of it, they've got those barriers and bollards and stuff. If you go towards Westminster Bridge now, they have that shit all up in there. They've got it all around Buckingham Palace area. That's a beautiful area. Buckingham, what's it called? Is it Buckingham Park? St James's Park. Yes. That is a wonderful, picturesque place. People walk around there in the summer times with the birds chirping and the tourists holding hands and lovers, just like walking around looking into each other's. It was supposed to be a fucking tourist attraction. It's supposed to be a picturesque place. Now it looks like Guantanamo Bay with fucking flowers.
I done a 30-second video about it. I'll get it now. Only 30 seconds.
Yeah. Link me.
Okay.
You were talking about, while he's getting that, you were talking about words, and you used the word that you flagged up was assassination. That was first used, the first usage of that was by Shakespeare in the play Macbeth. There's no version of assassination that existed before that play. He actually coined that phrase. So you sort of said she used the word assassination. Well, she got it from Shakespeare.
Who used the word? Who used the word assassination? Oh, are you talking Le Pen?
Yeah, Le Pen. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. But anyway, while he's getting that up, I think that you'll probably find that there'll be loads of policemen there. They will all be in riot gear. Right, they will be. If you sniff or fart, they will nick you. Right, they'll probably divide Speaker's Corner in two halves. Right, because the thing is if Tommy Robinson's going there, I wonder whether you're going to get like the Hope Not Hate there, Antifa, who else might you get? Black Lives Matter. Will that
resistance hope, hate not hope?
Yeah. I mean, will you not? Yes. Hope not hate. Will you not also get those people there as well?
Hate not hope.
Well, yeah. I mean, anyway, those guys. The chances are there will be a contingent of obviously Muslims and possibly some Antifa types. I mean, Lister is definitely going to be there. And then whoever Tommy, whoever comes to support Tommy. I know for a fact that Jupiter's going with Hector, and there's going to be a fair bit of people. Okay, I'm going to play this Welshie. Let's see how this goes. Oh, by the way, just before I get into this, Base Welshman, anyone who doesn't know, go like and subscribe. He's making some stellar fucking videos. He's doing some brilliant work down at Dover.
Look at the Union flags down. Beautiful, isn't it? And then we got the barriers of peace here, so that's reality. Yeah. The barriers of peace. Destroying that. Sad.
Well, that's it, mate. Just
exactly.
a quick one.
Exactly. That's what I mean. That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Sorry, I got to switch things around now. But yeah, that's it. That's exactly what I was talking about. This BS.
And it looks amazing, doesn't it? It looks amazing, you know. And then the reality is, you know, they got like fucking these, you know, things that you stop a fucking lorry. Do you know what I mean?
I know.
At the end of the road.
But the thing is, it's not only the fact that you know, most of my life I didn't live in London. I grew up outside of London, so London was just this place, you know, we went to maybe once a year or once every God knows how many years if there was an event or if there was some reason we had to go to London. So for me, London was a treat. London was like a special place, and it was really like exceptional when we came down. We drove through that area, that Buckingham Palace area, that the roads, everything about it was magical almost, because it says London, oh my God, the Queen lives there, and you know. But that's the feel, and I remember these things because I think that's the feeling that tourists must get when they come to London, when they go to these places and they see these. But now the tourists are fully aware that this is a dangerous place that they're in now. This place is a place of danger. Look at these barriers. This is a place you could imminently be killed or attacked.
London is going the same way New York was going 30 years ago.
Well, yeah, but New York, they've actually clawed it back. They became so much better.
30 years ago. 30 years ago.
Yeah, you're talking the 80s where the gangs were running basically in New York. Yeah, but that was gangs.
Giuliano changed it.
Giuliano.
Rudy done it, but I mean, it was just a shithole. Yeah, the gangs were all there, but then that just brings everything else down around it, doesn't it? You know.
Yeah.
When you you know, when people are acting like twats and acting like cunts with no respect, then the culture just goes down with it, doesn't it? Everyone just falls down the same.
This isn't gangs. This isn't some unruly young people that are going to grow out of it. These are grown men who follow a religion and a tradition which is never going to fucking stop.
Yeah.
It's not going to change. These guys are not going to the Muslims are not going to grow out of Islam.
Yeah, it wasn't a comparison. It wasn't a comparison to that.
Yeah, but what I mean is...
It was a comparison to what London could look like in 30 years.
I know. I actually agree with you. But my problem is the solutions that were implemented in New York are not the solutions we can implement in London. We can't give Muslims a 3-strike rule for being too Muslim. I'm sorry, sir. You have a strike for being a little bit too Islamist. Could you bring down the Islami a little bit? Be a little bit Islam light. Islam diet.
Choco Islam.
Yeah. Islam zero. Little bit zero on the all Muslim, zero jihad.
I'll tell you what though, it looks really serious in France on the front page of the Iranian newspaper, Demon of Paris. That Macron, the president of France, is being called the Demon of Paris.
Yes.
Right? And he worships Satan. Yeah.
Well, Rouhani, I know Hassan Rouhani. Actually, I've got some tweets as well, which I've got to look into. I was going to publish some of those. But yeah, he called, this whole thing with the way, the way Macron is behaving. This is terrible. This is unacceptable. It's like, dude, no one, first of all, gives a shit about what you think, because recently the poll in Iran has pointed out to nearly 50%, or at least, I mean, it was certainly between 37 and 40% of Iranians who don't even identify as Muslim anymore. Your own people are saying this religion sucks ass. Now you're all big and bad on France. In fact, if you ask the Iranians, they would rather join the French.
But there were 2 attacks today, weren't there? There was one in Avignon, and there was another one somewhere else as well. 2 attacks in a church called Notre Dame. I can't remember where that. But 2 attacks today. Where a guy just went in, a guy just walked into a church and stabbed 3 people.
Yeah, but I mean, unfortunately, the Muslims are now more outraged because the more they put up the Charlie Hebdo pictures, the more the Muslims lose their shit. So it's like becoming a vicious cycle at the moment. And in all honesty, I think that Macron and the French, should double down. They should absolutely double down.
Oh, no, he has doubled down. Come on, he has doubled down.
I'm talking seriously double down. This is
no, come on, he has. Come on, he has. Oh, come on,
I'm telling you.
Base. No. No, he's actually talking about.
He's doing what he's got to do.
Go on in.
He's doing what he's got to do. He's a fucking prick, right? He's an absolute cunt. He's a globalist. Everyone in France thinks he's a complete cunt, right? He's the worst president in France in most probably modern history.
He's announced an intention to fight Islamist separatism.
Yeah, but
we've heard that shit from every world leader, right?
Have you really? Seriously, have you? I'm asking you.
We've heard it from a few.
I've not heard that.
But
before.
the thing is, he's doing it because he knows he has to beat Le Pen.
Yeah.
He's never going to beat Le Pen if he's just.
Well, I've never heard about any world leaders say we're fighting extremists and Islamists, and this is what we're going for after the latest attacks. They all say that shit, and they say light a candle as well.
I think that this is look. I know that you think I'm a complete cunt, and you're probably right.
No, I don't think you're a cunt. I like you, Ned. I just think
I don't believe you're a cunt. I believe you're a cuck.
Yeah, cuckold. It's different.
Okay.
It's weak.
Well, thank you for the distinction. Thank you for the clarification. Thank you for sharing. But look, he's actually said that he's described Islam as one that is in crisis all over the world today. Yeah. He's the president of of France.
Yeah,
people don't talk like that.
Yeah, we do. We actually need more. We need more presidents and more prime ministers talking exactly like that to actually let the Muslim world know.
He's got to speak like that because Marie Le Pen will get another hold on to France, and he's like Banksy said, he's more scared of Le Pen than he's scared of Islam. He can mop up that later on, and it'll look good. It'll pass for another couple of years. He'll be out of power, and then shit hits the fan a couple of years later. But it doesn't matter because he kept the far right out.
I don't know enough about French politics, but it's my understanding that at tops, at the very, very best, the best that the Front National can expect to get is about 30% of the vote.
That's what they got last time, mate. I think they got that last time.
Now, I don't know how popular or unpopular Macron is as a president, right? But and I'm wondering whether COVID's made things worse for him. But I know that the Front National are the second most powerful sort of body in France. But I don't know whether they've got a fighting chance. But the numbers don't seem to give them a fighting chance. They're a bit like a pariah, like Action for Deutschland. Nobody talks to Action for Deutschland in respectable.
Second biggest party in Germany, isn't it?
Second biggest, but people won't talk to them. German politicians.
What happens when they're the first biggest party in Germany? Will they talk to the men?
But that's my point. That's my point, Based. I don't know.
This is my point.
I don't know whether they're going to get that way. Whether they're going to achieve that.
Well,
guys,
time will tell.
Something I wanted to just point out. I'm right now searching because I saw an article about Hassan Rouhani of Iran, president of Iran, condemning the French, the Macron, and like you said, Ned, talking about he's a devil, this and that. I'm searching for those sort of articles. I can't get them on Google.
It's all censored, mate.
All I get.
No. If you just put in Macron. Put Rafsanjani Islam. But I put down
not
Macron
Rafsanjani.
Islam.
It's not Rafsanjani. Is it Rafsanjani or is it Rouhani?
I just put down Macron Islam, and the thing is a whole lot of stuff come up.
Macron, because I'm literally getting the French and the Iranians coming together. This is the ridiculous shit. Literally, like in 2016, there's an article on the BBC. Iran's President Rouhani hails Iran-France ties.
Yeah.
How they're best buddies and chums.
Well, we all know about Hunter Biden and his CP videos, don't we? And his foot massages and his expert in not just oil and gas pipes, but also other pipes.
Alleged. Let's say alleged.
Alleged. I've seen the video.
Actually, now you're right, Ned. Now I found it. It's Rouhani insulting the Prophet is insulting all Muslims. Sorry, I'm getting major echo from someone.
Yeah, the echo's got worse. Who is that?
Yeah, I think it's based. Are you on speakerphone or your headset? There you go. That's better. Hello,
Right,
Ned.
right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, good. It's all good.
Yeah. It was
It's all
poor. It was based because he had his thing on. But yeah, this is okay. I'm gonna try to share some of these articles, and this is it's like ridiculous how these politicians jostle and maneuver and appeal to their base on a daily basis. One day, we've got France. Let me.
I think he's being ballsy. I mean, listen, gents. Honestly, I think he's being ballsy. I think he is being ballsy. Caps off to Macron. Nobody else is doing this. I wish,
Well, look. On the face of it, yes, he's appearing a lot more ballsy than any other.
Anyone
apart from Trump,
Anyone
I would
else.
say Trump is probably the only one that might be slightly more bullish about Islam and Middle East than Macron. But even Trump, being the way Trump is and bullish and all that jazz, he still isn't banning or doing any like legislation because he knows he's not going to be able to get any kind of law in America passed. But then America doesn't need any laws to strengthen their democracy and strengthen secularism because they have the First Amendment. There is nothing Muslims can do about the First Amendment. Islam is like 1%, less than 1%. It's like, I think, point something percent in America. So Muslims are nothing in America. They have no power whatsoever, no influence whatsoever.
The French government's general crackdown on radical Islamism in response to the beheading of the history teacher has been rapid and tough. This is the BBC. A blizzard of inquiries, closures, plans and proposals that have sometimes been hard to keep track of.
Well,
fear will change sides, said Emmanuel Macron. The government has announced that 120 searches of individual homes, the dissolution of associations accused of spreading Islamic rhetoric, plans to target terrorist funding, new support for teachers, and fresh pressure on social media companies to police content more efficiently. Nothing on this scale happened after other attacks on Macron's watch, despite the violent murder of 20 people during his tenure. Sorry, right, go on.
No, that's fine. That's good info. But the funny thing is, this is 28th of January 2016. Iran's President Rouhani hails Iran-French ties. Literally like 4 years ago, 4 years ago. And then bam, 2020, Rouhani insulting the Prophet is insulting all Muslims. Tehran ramps up rhetoric against Macron and France. How quickly your friends turn. Oh, these Muslim Islamists. Oh, we can be allies with them. We can be friends. Oh, it's perfectly fine. This is what I'm talking about when I talk about fucking Islam. When I talk about dealing with Muslim nations, as long as they're Islamists, as long as they're hardcore. Even your sweet prime example of liberal Islam, Turkey, has now becoming a fucking Islamist shithole with Erdogan chanting all sorts of nonsense about the French boycotting this and Islam, because this is the religion. This isn't a single thing. This isn't just Iran. This isn't just Saudi Arabia. This is the totality of this fucking religion. You control and modernize this religion, all of these countries will be fucking amazing places. They will suddenly go from night to day. I can show you. Look at literally Turkey in circa 1999. And look at Turkey today, 2020. 21 years ago. It was.
Well, look at Cairo 30 years ago. Look at Cairo 30 years ago.
Look at Iran 1970. Look at Afghanistan 1970. These are not a singular event. They are happening. How many times? They say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results. How many times do we have to constantly excuse Islam and blame individual countries or individual people until we realize the core root problem is the Islam itself? You can go ahead and put a band-aid over all these different jihadis and Islamist countries, and that's just your band-aid. That's just you're dealing with the symptom. You're not dealing with the root cause. For me, Islam is the root cause problem. It is the one that you need to vaccinate against. Once you deal with that, everything else will fall in line after that.
Here's the thing, though: I wonder whether it's like a proxy for anti-Westernism.
Well, how can that be? Here is 2016, Ned. They were loving each other. They were French kissing each other practically. Iran and France were chums, buddy. All of a sudden,
just let me run something past you. The thing is that it seems that 9/11, this was a sort of mighty blow struck against America, and it seems to have galvanized a whole lot of support amongst the Muslim world and amongst the Arab world, really. And I sometimes wonder whether people were. I understand that before 9/11, Islam was not as militant. It wasn't as. I may be wrong in this, but they weren't as worldwide. People weren't as openly sort of devout Muslims before 9/11, and it seems to have stiffened people's spine. Am I making some kind of sense to you?
You're saying it's a
watershed moment.
Yeah, it has stiffened their resolve. It's basically increased the polarization between Western world and the Islamic world. 9/11 is like created this massive.
And I wonder whether some of that is anti-Westernism, because you know how bad the West dealt with Iran and how we fucked the world over in the 1950s and before, right? I mean, we really did fuck them over, the world. Right?
You don't have to. I know this kind of bullshit, as good as anyone, when it comes to America foreign policies, British foreign policies. Especially with Iran, especially with the Middle East nations, the OPEC nations in particular. I'm not on the illusions of that these people love the West, because of the foreign policies. No, they don't. They absolutely have a huge amount of bitterness and antagonism, their bitterness and hate towards the West without any other antagonizing factor, without them insulting Islam or drawing cartoons. They already hate the West just for the mere fact of the foreign policies alone. But the thing with
Islam like the flag in the sand? Isn't like the rallying point?
No,
that's the thing that brings everybody together.
Yes, to some extent, but it's not. No, not really, because if you actually look at how the Muslim world. If you think that all the Muslims get together under the flag of Islam, that's a complete fallacy. The Muslims do not do that. Look at where the position of Saudis, Yemenis, Omanis, Emiratis, Qataris were when it came to assisting Syria. They don't give a shit about Syria. They were absolutely happy to let the West bomb the living crap out of Syria and let Syria fall. Same with Gaddafi. Same with Gaddafi's Libya. Same with Saddam Hussein's Iraq. The Muslims are not in any shape or form. This unity under the flag of Islam is a myth as well. They are not united under the flag of Islam in any way. If that was the case, right now you would have the king of Saudi Arabia standing next to Rouhani, claiming that France is despicable. Where's the comments from the Arabs? Where's the comments from Saudi Arabia?
I don't know how it works, but if you go to let's say like Swindon, if you go to Swindon, right, and there's a sort of Muslim community there, would you not gravitate towards that community? Does it not give you a sense of purpose, a sense of community, a sense of identity?
The thing is,
if you come to that area from outside.
Well, I mean, if you're a Muslim, maybe. But what I'm saying is, Ned, they are a minute minority group. So yes, you would feel safer in that community, even if that community, if you're an Iraqi. But I'll tell you what, though, a lot of Iraqis and Syrians, if you go to Savile Town or whatever it's called, if you go to Birmingham, if you go to where you just mentioned, Swindon.
Swindon.
Is Swindon got a large Muslim population?
I believe it has, actually. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I believe it has.
But what I'm saying is, those Muslim populations, you will find that, especially I know for a fact in Birmingham, it's a massive Pakistani Muslim. These are not Iraqi Muslims. They're not Syrian Muslims. They're not Libyan Muslims. So although you may have some kind of connection or unity under the flag of quote-unquote Islam, you are not really from their culture. Iraqis are not Pakistanis. Iraq is, Libyans are not Pakistanis.
Swindon and Muslims are 1.7%.
Yeah,
1.7%.
Yes, you're right. Sorry.
But,
yeah.
I mean, okay, Birmingham is certainly much larger.
Small, isn't it,
and I think Savile Town, there's a place called Savile Town, which is like freaking almost 80%, 90% Muslim. But these are, again, of the Pakistani variety. So you're still gonna have division. You might feel comfortable because at least they go to the mosque like you do, they pray like you do, whatever. You may have that commonality. They still have a massive cultural divide. There is a cultural
27% of the population of Birmingham, and that's our second city.
There you go. And I'd say
27%.
I mean that's just going to grow. That's not going to go anywhere. So Birmingham is practically lost, to be honest with you, from what I can see. Birmingham is Savile Town, Birmingham. These are lost fucking cities. London is already going towards, I mean, if you like to say white Anglo-Saxon are going to be a minority, a large minority group, but. There is no particular group that has hegemony over London anyway. The Muslims are not going to be majority. The blacks are not going to be a majority. No particular group is going to be a vast majority. They're just going to all be minority groups.
Who's going to be a majority in Parliament, though?
I don't know. I mean, what you mean, racial?
So do you see like a group of black people acting as one going into Parliament?
Well, no. I mean, right now the people that we see are really what's it called? Indians. Indians are the ones that are running, killing it in Parliament. They're the ones that are really kicking ass. The Muslims have some representation with like a few, I don't know, Sajid Javid or whatever, he's a Muslim, and
he's not a Muslim. They wouldn't call him a Muslim, would they? They wouldn't call him a Muslim.
as in, yeah, but no, I mean, I'm talking like whether Muslims, Muslims are fucking. You ask 1,000 Muslims what's a real Muslim, you get 1,000 different answers.
I'm on about MPs rather than leaders. You know what I mean?
Oh no, but what I mean is, MPs. What are we talking about here? We're not. I mean, it's mostly in Labour at the moment. I don't think the Conservatives have that many Muslim politicians. It's mostly on the Labour side, possibly Liberal Democrats eventually.
That's what I'm talking about, though. They work as a group. It's a political.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, they do work on that level. Like if an Iraqi Muslim sees a Pakistani Muslim going up for election.
There's 18 MPs. There's 18 Muslim MPs. The majority are women.
What's the total number? 600?
Yeah, 632, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, something over 600. So 18 out of 600.
How many councillors, Ned?
Oh yeah.
I'll check it out.
That'll be massive.
I think that might be quite a bit more. But either way, they are, of course, they're working their way into politics. They're going to work their way into eventually, once the Muslim population is at once it reaches a certain precipice, it reaches a certain peak, they will then form an Islamic party. I mean, just like in
Belgium.
In Belgium, yeah, the Sharia party. So that's what's going to happen, really. They're gonna have their little MPs in Labour and Liberal Democrats or wherever until there is a significant number where they can actually form their own party.
Well, do you see that they're trying to set up the Sharia patrols? You know, in some areas of North London, there's like a kind of I don't know what it's called, but there's like a kind of Sabbath, you know, like Jewish Sabbath thing, and you get patrols that go round within the area just to see that the Sabbath is being observed. I don't know exactly what the deal is there, but I understand.
I thought it was private security that the Jews had because synagogues were being attacked.
This got to cut. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, you just got to cut things straight here, though. They're private security, okay? No fucker's going to tell me what to do on a public street, especially when they're on public property. End of. They've got no fucking jurisdiction on a public highway.
Oh yeah.
And don't tell me they fucking have.
Neither Muslims nor Jews of any security group or whatever the hell they want to call themselves, the Jewish police.
No, I think that's something. I know what you're saying about like in a school they'll have some security guards, right? And I know that, but there's like the Bethlehem or whatever it is. It's like a kind of religious
security.
Yeah, and you know
yeah. The thing is, if at any, I would. This is what my impression is. Although I can't really say for sure because I've never had an encounter with these Jewish police that run around. I don't know, London or what's it called, Golders Green or wherever the hell they are. I was under the impression that they will, if anything, only police Jews, like the Hasidic Jews, and make sure that the children are gone to the synagogue or they're doing things, even if they've got
no lawful right to police anyone. Well, where the fuck are we living?
Well, exactly. But what I'm saying is they could potentially approach a Jewish person.
When the police tell me what to do on a public street, and they've got no right to tell me what to do, I live stream it. Right? No cunt tells me what to do on a public street as long as I'm not breaking the laws.
Well, no, I agree with you. But what I'm saying is that if these Jewish police patrols have any kind of power or say, it would be over other Jewish, people, Jewish people who adhere to the Jewish faith.
That's because they choose that, though. That's because they choose that.
Well, exactly. So if a Jewish so-called police person comes over and tells you go to the synagogue, what are you doing out at this time, then if you're a Jewish person, then I guess you may or may not obey them. But if you're non-Jewish, if they come up to me, I'm like, go fuck yourself. I don't give a shit.
Just to answer the question about the councillors, 341 Labour councillors in the 2018 elections, 341, right? And that's a major jump from 2000.
Of course, yeah.
2018, 341 Labour, 20 Conservative, and 18 Liberal Democrats.
Yeah, I mean they are dominating the Labour Party at the moment, I think, or at least they're certainly prominent.
Useful idiots, isn't it? Useful idiots, Labour.
Yeah, Labour is pandering to the Islam. This is why Labour has such an anti-Semitic problem, because Muslims are deeply anti-Semitic. Most Muslims, that come from any Muslim, majority country, are deeply anti-Semitic. People think like, oh, we have to watch out for the Mark Collettes. To be honest with you, as much as I take the piss out of the Collettes and their little delusional group, the Muslims are actually far more dangerous to the Jews than the Mark Collette types. If it actually comes to physical and political danger, the Jews should still consider Muslims as their number one enemy as far as their direct their direct competition for political power and social power is concerned, because the Muslims are deeply anti-Semitic. The Muslim world is deeply anti-Semitic. Where in any European country a white supremacist has had the balls to hold a Holocaust denial conference? They don't have a set between 1,000, neo-Nazis to hold the Holocaust denial anywhere in Europe, whilst Iran literally hosts that shit. You can't compare. You can't. This is comparing, I don't know, apples and fucking tennis balls when it comes to the neo-Nazis of Europe versus the anti-Semites in the Middle East. The anti-Semites in the Middle East run entire countries. The neo-Nazis in Europe can barely get 200 people. Mark Collette, after 20 years, barely managed to get 200 people in some secret little fucking hole in a hotel somewhere where they had to whisper the address to each other. That's how shit scared the neo-Nazis are. You can't fucking compare them to the state of Iran, the whole fucking country. This is the problem. I think the media wants to take your eye off where real anti-Semitism comes from, and real anti-Semitism comes from the Muslim world right now. The real danger, the real threat to Jews doesn't come from the Colette types. As much as they're assholes, as much as I have no inkling of love for the neo-Nazis and the white supremacists anywhere in this country or anywhere else, they are not really the danger when it comes to Jews. If I was a Jew, I'd keep my fucking eye on the mosques. I'd have my eye on the Islamic nations of Iran and Pakistan and Saudi Arabia. Although, by some hook or by crook, these fuckers, Saudis and the Emiratis, are coping, coordinating with the Jews, with the Israelis now. They're becoming really best buddies. That to me looks like two lepers arm wrestling. That shit's gonna fall apart at some point.
Yeah. Have a look on your WhatsApp minute, by the way, Banksy. Just sent you.
You sent me some links. Let me see.
Yeah.
What are these?
I just received that today.
Are these? Oh, you received banners. Holy shit, dude! You're gonna piss some people off. You're gonna fuck off with some serious people. Holy shit!
And there's my official press card.
Bloody hell! That's actually you got a. How did you get a press card? Do you just apply for this shit?
No, well,
you can't just. Shouldn't you have some kind of organization, some kind of media organization to actually back your credentials or something? Isn't? I thought it was just like you had to have some sort of, media organization to say, yes, this person is a press individual working for us. I didn't think you can't just apply for them, can you? You can't just apply willy-nilly. Is there even a body that you apply for in this country? I'm not getting anything. Is Welshie gone?
I go on, please. Yep, we can hear you.
Welsh. Is there an official body you apply for the press pass?
Well, I've had a lot of traffic on my YouTube, haven't I? So.
Yeah, I know you got a lot of traffic on your YouTube channel, but how the hell do you get a press pass for that? But I mean, is there an official body you apply to though? Because I don't know if there was such a thing in Britain.
Yeah, the body I've applied to there.
National Union of Journalists, is it?
No.
Okay. So there is an official, like National Union of Journalists. But is it a union that you just joined the union and then they just give you a press pass?
No. I've joined the press association, their press association.
But do you have to? Can anyone just apply, or do you have to have a certain criteria, certain credential?
Yeah, there's like a certain criteria. I can speak to you about that now in a minute. But,
okay. No worries. No. I just wondered, was it easy to get, or was it quite difficult? Did you have to jump through a lot of hoops?
It wasn't so hard at all. It wasn't that hard, no.
Okay.
And obviously, I mean, look, I've done it, Banksy, for the simple reason that with the beast at the moment and the way that the tyranny that's going on in our country, I thought a press pass. I thought I'd never get one, but I decided to get one because of the tyranny in the next however long gives me a bit of freedom, and see that does.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm sure it will look much better if if you're at Dover and places like that, and then the police approach you. That would make it a little bit more official. But then again, do you really want to give the Dover police your ID? That's the double ends. That's the quandary.
They know me.
Oh, okay. So if they already know you, then you might as well look a bit more official.
When Tommy Robinson got the last time he was in court, I think he was claiming that he was a reporter. I don't know whether he had one of those cards, but the judge and the prosecution were actually sort of saying that we can't accept that Tommy Robinson was a reporter when he was standing outside the courtroom in Leeds, because if you do, then anybody and everybody will, and it will just completely destroy the whether the position of proper, in inverted comma, journalists. And the judge accepted that he wasn't a bona fide. I understand that he accepted that he wasn't a bona fide. Therefore, he wasn't liable for the protection of a journalist.
Ned, that's ridiculous, because that judge also didn't accept a plea. Didn't even ask Tommy for.
Sorry.
Hello, you're going quiet. You're broken up. Sorry, you're breaking up.
Yeah, Ned, that same judge convicted Tommy without asking him to plea. So we'll just leave you with that.
Wow.
Oh no, I'm not condoning or defending.
No.
I'm talking about the Old Bailey in front of the London Recorder. You know, the London one. After it had gone through the Court of Appeals.
Yeah.
Well, that's retarded. That's like saying, right, like they tried 6 months ago, that Nigel Farage isn't a journalist. Oh no, he's not a journalist. He's got a Daily Mail column. He's got columns going out. He's got a YouTube channel.
He was on LBC.
That literally takes fucking 20 million views a fucking month. Mine took like 400,000 in 1 month. Right?
Wow, that's amazing.
So for them to turn around and say that Nigel Farage isn't a journalist is a fucking bollocks. And the same for Tommy Robinson and any citizen journalist, because if you're actually reporting on events, you're a citizen reporting on news. You're a citizen reporting on events. That makes you a journalist. Just
but
because
they're trying to act like gatekeepers, aren't they? They don't want you.
Yes.
They don't want you. They don't want Tommy Robinson. They don't want Banksy.
Yeah, but that's it. We're all citizen journalists.
But they see you as an enormous threat because, listen, their heads are still stuck in the 1950s, where you had an all-powerful sort of broadcasting media, mainstream media, and they're trying to actually keep a lid on the internet and the internet being used to sort of spread disagreeable views to them, to their own. They're terrified of people like you. They're terrified of anybody that's not mainstream media.
Well, yeah, because they can't control it. They can't control
because they can't control it. Exactly right, and that's why they're clamping down so much during this election in America.
Yes.
So this is what my channel says. It says it says citizen reporting and live streaming what mainstream media won't. Mainstream media are the old media. We are the new media. Mainstream journalists should be ashamed of themselves. Support alternative media, scum media, mainstream media. That's it. So
I think the danger is that I think that if ever you become a big enough threat, they will crush you. They will do everything in their power to crush you.
Well, yeah.
I'm not. I'm not reveling in that. I'm not saying that's not a good thing.
I agree with you, Ned. That's why we all put our head above the parapet, or some of us do, and we stand up tall. I'm well expecting. I've had it before. I'll have it again. They can only hurt me though, so they can't hurt anyone else around me.
Well, yeah, but I mean, to be honest with you, what I will say is I will certainly diversify your channel and start placing other sort of contingencies, because the first thing they're going to come for you is your channel. Of course, they're going to try and shut that down. But at the moment, I think you're mostly flying under the radar anyway. So you're
do you know that bloke that
I've already been shadow banned, Banks, massively.
Oh yeah. But what I mean is, they will then they're not just gonna sit at shadow banning. They will actually start to like proper ban. And right now, I've got YouTube going through my old videos of like 2-3 years ago, and are now punishing me for videos that I uploaded 3 years ago, 4 years. They actually gave me a strike They gave me a strike on my channel, on my first channel. This is the Banksy Style channel, not the Banksy Style Live. On my Banksy Style Live channel for a 4-year-old video. I'm like,
but you know what? I don't. You know, you may find that it's not YouTube that did that. It was somebody that doesn't like you that went through some of your old catalogue and found something they could report you on.
Yeah, but what I mean is that
it's not. You probably find it's not YouTube. They probably haven't got the bloody time to do that. What it was that somebody saw something and they gotcha.
Yeah, but I appealed it and they rejected my appeal. I said, this video has been up for years, and to be honest with you, I don't even care about it. If you want to delete it, just, I'm happy to delete it. No, your appeal has been, what's it called, rejected. We still uphold the strike. So they kept the strike. That's
but
it.
They've done that as well to Tim Pool. He gets millions of people. He's earning so much money doing what. Doing what Base Welshman's doing, that he's actually sort of beginning to sort of pay other people to go out on reports across the world. He's making lots of money.
The thing is, Tim Pool hasn't actually been on the road for years himself.
Well, he's getting shadow banned as well, and he actually reckons now that that if you actually put in search anything for YouTube, anything that you want to find, they will bring up Fox or CNN or Sky or ITN or. They won't bring up Based Welshman.
Oh no! I mean, absolutely. If you put any kind of search in YouTube, the first page, at the very least, the first page is just mainstream media.
But it didn't used to be like that. It didn't used to be like that.
Yeah, no. It used to be actually like whoever posts. I have to now filter my searches by time, by day, by very specific terms, in order to get people like Base Welshman to come up. People, that are citizen journalists.
So Mark Dice, the American commentator, he's got a very big YouTube channel, and he does it from his kitchen.
Yeah,
basically.
I see him. I like him.
No, he does like 5-10 minute snap videos, and they're great. They're really cool. They're good, short. So anyway, he turned around, and after the 2016, he put a title up, and it had something like 9 million views, and it was like Hillary Clinton. Losing reactions, something like that. And this is unreal, where it went on for so long, and then the algorithm kicked in, and he said, well, my video has disappeared. So he done it on his video, and he done it live, and he scrolled down. It was like 48 videos down, right? And he had the most viewed video, right?
Yeah.
On that subject out of anyone on YouTube, by the looks of things, right? And then again, like all these like mainstream media, and then all these other branches, the old fucking shitty small channels all over America and all that. And then it was 48 down, and he actually spelt it completely correct to his title, to everything, space, capitals, where needed. He did everything right, exactly to the T, and he was 48 down.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's exactly how it is with Stephen Crowder, Dave Rubin. I mean, really, in all honesty, Tim Pool, for the most part, he's a centrist cuckold as well. He's not really a sort of hardcore, although
Tim
he's now
Pool
saying,
is God. I will not have him offended.
He's much more based than Ned.
Oh yeah. I mean, he is now saying he's going to vote for Trump.
Spoken badly of.
No, I mean, I've met Tim Pool a couple of times.
How many times did you time out that guy, Ned? I went to the toilet, I come back, it was just spam, and they're like 3 in a second, 3 in a second, 3 in a second. So I was like, just fucking get rid of the cunt.
Who is this? Is this Mark? Is it Dark? Something Dark? I saw someone.
Yeah, Dark. So it just you've got 30 seconds to remove this video, this live stream or whatever. And
he just hit us with about 50 of them, and he just got 300 seconds in it. I was like, fucking find out for about 4 weeks.
just being his normal sort of level-headed, gentle, sort of mild-mannered self. Yeah, fucking ban him! You cock! one mod talking to consulting with another, right?
Ned, he was spamming the chat, mate. He was just spamming it with like continual messages. Like, ta-da.
Oh dear God! Oh dear God! Gentlemen, as much as I'd love to continue with this, unfortunately I have to now end it because I literally have to make another call in about 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes. So I have to start to get all my shit together. So thank you so much for coming, and as you guys are as always amazing.
Listen, I know that it's not official on Sunday, but has anybody got an idea if people were to be going on Sunday, what sort of time would people be going to?
Tommy given at 11 o'clock. You won't turn up till 2. All right. Okay, so let's just keep it that.
I would say definitely show up around 11 o'clock just to be sure, because the place is going to be rammed if he does actually show up finally. If they don't shut it down.
What time would he turn up, Banksy? What time would he turn up? Well, you're a guest now.
Oh, you're right. I think it'll be about 2-3 o'clock. I think I heard was when he would actually show up. But the thing is,
he actually said 11 o'clock. He said.
Yes. Yeah. Officially, he said 11 o'clock. I don't think he's going to show up until about 2.
But obviously, we're not condoning or suggesting any time at all because we don't want to get a £10,000 fine.
Well,
I'm really just asking,
I'll be honest, Ned. I think. I mean, we're a Thursday still. There's 2 scenarios. Either by Friday, Saturday, Tommy will cancel and say he's not going because he's been warned by the police or something, or the police will actually shut down Speaker's Corner.
Yes,
because
I think
of COVID rules. They will use.
But it's going to piss down the rain on Sunday. Apparently, it's supposed to be really bad weather.
Yeah, but I mean, last time Tommy went, it was like freezing cold, and people still showed up in their thousands.
Why are you cheering? Why are you cheering, Ned, for it to be closed down?
No. Listen, I am so.
Yes, I know.
I'm so not. I'm honestly.
You seem so enthusiastic about it.
No. Well, I do fear problems, but I'm a cook. Anyway.
Look at him now, Banks. He likes to control things a lot, doesn't he? Just shut people down.
Well, he is a leftist Antifa type, so they like to shut it down. No, I think Ned is deeply worried about violence and people getting hurt, and I hope that wouldn't be the case. That would just a very orderly sort of thing.
Mentioned, but you could have things thrown at you. You could have something. It could be crazy. It really could. Are you going, Banks?
If it's not cancelled, if they don't shut it down, sure, I want to cover it, but I don't know what's gonna. I mean, I suspect it's not gonna happen. I suspect the police are gonna shut it down and use COVID as a reason.
Pretext, yeah.
Yeah.
I suspect I won't be live streaming it.
Why not live streaming?
Well, I'm in lockdown in Wales, aren't I?
Oh, shoot, yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I have got the press card, so that can change things.
You can't leave Wales. It's okay, Base. I'll live stream it for you, and then you can play it.
you never know. You might see me.
Well, if your evil twin that lives in London comes up, I'll tell him to say hi.
You might get a tap on the shoulder.
Indeed.
I won't Oh, God.
Sounds good. But I mean, if it's on, then maybe we'll all meet. If not, we'll all sit in our fucking houses and do live streams and piss and moan about how this was cancelled. and how the government is cracking down on us all. The evil tyranny.
Yeah. Take care, you two. Take care.
Take care. Thank you, Mr. Welsh. I'll talk to you soon, mate. Have a good one. Cheers. Bye-bye.
See you, mate. Welsh. See you, mate.
Take care, Ned. Thank you, Ned, for coming. Okay, guys and girls, we're done. I have to literally go. I have to rush now. Thank you so much for everyone to come. That's shown up. Love you all. I did want to cover the Hatun situation, at least on my channel, although I've been talking about it a lot on other things. And we've also covered it with me and Pavlov on centrist supremacy. So actually, let me shill one more time for the centrist supremacy channel. Where is it? Shit. Hold on. Let me shill. Shill your booty. Shill your booty. There we go, boys and girls. Centrist supremacy. Go check it out. Go check out the first podcast that we've done, and we will be doing live streams. It's just that at this particular time, because YouTube, we were such a new channel, YouTube wouldn't actually allow us to do a live stream. So we will be doing live streams on there. But I think we might actually do 2 or 3 more podcasts, or we will do intermittent podcasts and live streams. As soon as we get our schedule, me and Pavlov's schedule down a little bit better, we'll try to do a regular weekly, at least 1 or 2 live streams and regular podcasts and things like that. We'll have guests, we'll have street conversations. We've got some ideas. We're going to try to implement them on this channel. So it's going to be some interesting shit that's going to go down on centrist supremacy. Go down, check it out, and subscribe and keep your eye on that space, because there's going to be some cool shite coming that way. In the meanwhile, for the Banksy Style channel, do subscribe, like, and share, as always. And also, check out the merch store. It's in the underpants section below. Thank you for everyone for coming. You guys have been awesome. You guys have been, as always, the best. There's too many of you in text for me to big everyone up, but just big up yourselves. You have been awesome. How much? £20? I don't know. Someone says Atheist Steve, £20. I'm not following the text, people. I'm sorry. I'm reading things out of context here. Well, for tonight, it's goodbye from me and it's goodbye from them. Big up the panelists, Ned and Mr. Welshman. Mr. Welshman is just soaring. His channel is like 5,000-6,000 subscribers now. He's just running through the roof. He's going to be a very successful journalist, I think. So good luck to Mr. Welsh. Go and like and subscribe his stuff. He's doing some great work. And have yourselves a wonderful evening and tickle your ass with a feather. Ciao.
Religion was wrong. They tried to tell me to follow Islam. They said their prophet was a righteous dude, but I found out none of their words were true. I read the Quran and I read the Hadith, and the sickness of Muhammad was apparent to me. He justified perversion in the name of Allah when he married a girl too young for a boy. She was playing with dolls when the prophet came. Her childhood was stolen in Allah's name. Aisha was 9 when he took her to bed. Don't tell me that fool's not sick in the head. Ain't gonna follow no child molester, sex offender, prophet pretender. Ain't gonna follow no child molester.
Islam's not for me. Islam's not for me.
The sickness of the Islamic mind
has caused some mullahs to be blind.
To justify the prophet, they will justify sin. So the sins of the prophet are repeated again.
All over the world in Islamic states, 9-year-old girls suffer cruel fate.
Sold into marriage to twisted men, and the Asian sad story is repeated again. Ain't gonna follow no child molester, sex offender, prophet pretender. Ain't gonna follow no child molester.
Islam's not for me. Islam's not for me. Do you care about women all over the world?
Do you care about those little girls?
Then stand up and fight for human rights. Speak out against the laws of Islam.
Ain't gonna follow no child molester, sex offender, prophet pretender. Ain't gonna follow no child molester.